Oh my goodness. Leafs win 2-1 in the shootout. Sorry. Freddy Andersen wins 2-1 in the shootout against the Calgary Flames. Reason I say that? 48 shots against, 1 goal, tons of quality opportunities for the Flames. Ridiculous save after ridiculous save from Freddy. Great positioning and just an unbelievable performance from Freddy Andersen. The Leafs didn't play all that well in this game, I gotta say. But how do you win games in this league? Timely goal scoring and good goaltending. And what do we get tonight? A ton of great saves from Freddy in big situations and a goal late in the second from Morgan Rielly to tie it and some shootout goals to win it. So you know what? I mean, as much as this is... look. The shootout sucks. We all know it. Win or lose in the shootout, we hate it. Right? I think we can all agree with that. But, once you get to the shootout, you still gotta win it. And this team today didn't deserve a single point. But Freddy Andersen stole you 2. I don't think we can disagree with that. I don't even need to look at the 3 stars. I know who's number 1. This guy's been a freak as of the last month and, what are we, 6 days? I mean, Freddy Andersen has been, the reason we weren't winning in October, this team was playing like this, and Freddy Andersen just wasn't playing like he is now, right? He was giving up 3 goals a game, 4 goals a game, but this team was being able to score, but they were losing 4-3 games because Freddy couldn't keep the puck out of the net. He couldn't make that big save. But this game, he wouldn't give up a goal. I mean, he gave up 1. Yeah, it was a good place shot by Mike Giordano. I mean, it was a fantastic placing shot. The patience by him, and he fires it home. That made it 1-0, and that was midway through the first period on the power play. Kind of surprising, actually. The Leafs penalty kill at home is awful. It's one of the worst in the league. It's something maybe that definitely has to be cleaned up for sure. And the Leafs can't really get much going, get outshot 14-12 in the first period. And obviously Freddy's standing on his head the entire time. And we leave 1-0. Thank God. This team has to start playing better in the first period. I mean, really. Sorry, they got to start playing a good 60 minutes. Obviously, you can't play a perfect 60 minutes, but play a solid 50 or a solid 45 or something, because you got to be playing well. I mean, this team really didn't play well in this game, and they got, I wouldn't say lucky, but you look at what happened in the second period, late in the second period. I think it was Zaitsev, or, I think it was Morgan Rielly, actually, that dumped it in, hit a stanchion, came back out in front. Everyone's screaming because the puck's in front of the net, no goalie in net. Oh! Mike Giordano clears around the boards, kind of soft. Morgan Rielly picks it up in a quick snapshot, catches Mike Smith off guard. I don't know if it hit a post or not, but it finds its way in, unassisted by Rielly, his 4th goal of the year. He's had one heck of a season so far. Leafs tie it up late. I mean, they didn't deserve it, but they got a tie game going into this second intermission. Whew. We go to the third period. The Leafs are garbage. 17-7, they were outshot in that third period. And Freddy Andersen standing on his head, making big save after big save. I think it was like 17 seconds left in the third period. It felt like 5 minutes because there were big chance after big chance by the Calgary Flames. Now, I'm not just saying that the Leafs were playing really bad, because they didn't play all that great offensively. And defensively, when you give up 48 shots, there's something wrong. But for some reason, this team, when they give up 40-plus shots, they're 4-0-1. They have not lost a regulation game when they've given up 40 or more shots. Very weird. And that one overtime loss, it was a shootout loss. So there you go. You look at what this team did today. And I look at this third period and I'm like, man, the Leafs got away with a ton. What do I mean by that? Well, you look at the whole third period. I don't know if you guys can go back and check, but I could swear there was at least 8 icings by the Leafs. And when you ice the puck against the Calgary Flames, who comes over the boards? Monahan and Gaudreau. That's obviously a recipe for a disaster when you're the opposing team. But I have no idea how the Leafs did it. They did not get penalized at all when that was all going down. I mean, you look at it, Freddy Andersen probably made some huge saves in those situations. And yes, if you win the draw in your defensive end, you're most likely going to get the puck out. And the Leafs did at some points. But when you ice the puck as many times as the Leafs did in that third period, against any team really, yikes. And the Leafs did they did a great job limiting the chances when that happened. But my goodness, Freddy Andersen bailed them out a ton. So let's go to overtime. And we know Leafs got outshot ridiculously in regulation. But overtime, we know the Leafs have a lot of skill. So overtime, there's a lot of space. Let's get things going. The Leafs get a couple big chances, can't find a way to score. Matthews backdoor, I think he just tips it wide or something. It was just crazy. And Freddy Andersen makes some big saves at the other end. 5-1 the shots in overtime. And then we head to the shootout. And I mean, I hate it because it's like, well, the shootout, it's not really who's the better team because the Leafs played like crap, but yet they get 2 points because they win in the shootout. I mean, you look at what the shootout brung. Okay, so let's break this baby down. We got the first shot. Austin Matthews comes in. Whoop, 5-hole on Mike Smith. Austin Matthews didn't do a whole lot in this game, I gotta say. However, when we needed him in the shootout, he came through and shot a 5-hole Mike Smith. Great job there. Monahan misses. All right. We got the goal. They missed. Good stuff. Mitch Marner, not wide open cage, but, I mean, he hits Mike Smith's pad. You get it up about, couple inches higher, and that's in the back of the net. You miss. Okay, Matthew Tkachuk comes down. I hate the guy, but he scores, and that ties the shootout at 1. And Marleau comes down, missed the net by a mile. Johnny Gaudreau comes down, sick handles. Yep, he loses the puck. William Nylander comes down. Beautiful move. I mean, just gorgeous. Comes down on his forehand. And, you think, is he going to go back to his weak-ish backhand? Well, clearly Mike Smith didn't think so. Because he baited hardcore to William Nylander's forehand. Willie goes back to the backhand. Wide open cage to shoot at. Puts it in. Leafs up 2-1 in the shootout. Next up, Michael Backlund. I think he misses the net or something. But the emotion on Freddy Andersen after that puck goes wide or he makes a save or whatever happened. You don't see a lot of emotion from Freddy. You don't really. But the emotion you saw there was because of one reason and one reason only. The Leafs know, the Flames know, we know, the broadcasters know, his teammates know, and he himself knows that he won this game. His teammates mobbed him afterwards. Why? Because they're like, thank you for this. Thank you so much. Because he's the reason we won. And I gotta be honest. Lately, the Leafs haven't played that well. I mean, they're 3-1 in their last 4 games. Looks great, doesn't it? But go back. Last game against Calgary, yes, they played great. They got the 4-1 victory. That's great. You move ahead. All right, you play Edmonton. You play a great first period, and then the second and third, you just collapse, and Chris Russell wins the game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Then you go to Vancouver, and you have an abysmal first period. You have to play them in the second and the third, but you can't beat Markstrom, and you're already down 2-0. You score 1 late, but that's about it, and you lose that in regulation. You come into this game, you don't really play a great game whatsoever. Really, the last 5 minutes of the first period, that's all the Leafs played was very well. I mean, that was it. Right? I think they had a power play as well in that time frame. So the Leafs got to, against better big teams like Pittsburgh, like Washington, like Tampa Bay, Chicago, St. Louis, Nashville, whatever teams you want to throw out there, they will make you pay. They got to play better. I mean, I think we can all agree with that. But I'm happy with the 2 points nonetheless. You got to take these 2 points and run. And the Calgary Flames, man, these 2 games against the Leafs, the Flame fans are probably pulling their hair out because, we won 4-1. Yes, we play a great game, but I think 1 goal was off Travis Hamonic, and 1 was deflected off their own stick, and it was just a greasy game. And then today, Freddy Andersen standing on his head, and you lose in the stupid shootout. Yeah, that must really suck. But for Leaf fans, yay. That's really all we can do right now. And credits to Freddy Andersen in this game for getting the win, getting the victory, and putting this team on his shoulders in this game. But the Leafs got to smarten up. I think we can all agree with that. They got to come out better because their next game is until Saturday, but they're in Pittsburgh. Like I just said, they got to play better against the bigger teams like Pittsburgh. Now, I understand Pittsburgh's record 15-11-3. Don't look at that. They're the Pittsburgh Penguins. I don't need to say anything else than that. All right? And back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. That's enough said. I understand Matt Murray's not playing. Doesn't matter. They're still the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now it looks like Freddy Andersen's going to go there, and then the Leafs come home to take on the Edmonton Oilers. Look like McElhinney's going to get that game because Edmonton will be on their back-to-back as well. So, that is going to do it for this one, you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, and, I mean, if you enjoyed the win, hit that like button to appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. What did you guys think of the game? What did you guys think of Freddy Andersen? And what do you think needs to be cleaned up? I want to hear what you guys have to say. And we'll talk to you guys, tomorrow. I guess it would be, no, hang on. We're talking to you right. It's Raptors edition next. Totally forgot when they're playing next. It's Friday. Against the Memphis Grizzlies. They're back on the road. So tomorrow's kind of our day off. And then 8 o'clock tip-off Friday, Raptors and Memphis Grizzlies in Memphis as the Raptors start their road trip. And then Saturday, Leafs edition, as they're in Pittsburgh taking on the Penguins. The Leafs look to come out much better in that game and try and get a win against the Pittsburgh Penguins in the first half of a back-to-back. And then you play Edmonton at home. I'll talk to you guys then.